How would you live without fears? How would your life be without fears? How would you be? What would you express if you had no fears within? You know, fears can really influence us consciously or unconsciously. They can really have a big impact on our lives. And we need to know that fears can really be transformed and healed if we really are willing to heal and transform them on a deeper level. Yeah, but we really need to be ready for that and to face them. And sometimes, we prefer to ignore the fears, or we want to reject the fears, or we say that, I just want to reject my fear, suppress it, and don't feel it. But as you may have realized, it's not really possible. Yeah, because the fear wants to tell you something. There's a message behind it. Yeah, many people say that, fears are not really necessary in life, but for what reason they are here? And there are many stories I can tell you about fears and how important they are for our spiritual and personal development. Because underneath the fear, there are stored stories, stored emotions, and even stored potential we need to discover and uncover to become our true selves more and more, right? So there are many stories, which, some of them I would like to share with you. Since 2014, I'm working as a spiritual psychologist, life and personality coach, as a shaman, and as an energetic healer. And I have really worked with so many people. And fear is one of the central and very essential topics. And for example, many people who want to find a relationship and want to be happy with someone, but for some reason they are still alone for ages, for years. Yeah. And one of the reasons is the fear of being hurt, fear of being abandoned, right? And if you have no one, you cannot be abandoned. So the thing we are afraid of is not being manifested, right? Because we stay alone. Or maybe we have the fear of losing money somewhere. Yeah, could be unconscious fear, which we have inherited from our ancestors. We don't know, right? However, when we have the fear of losing money, then maybe we don't have money, right? And we don't want to have money on a different level because we have the fear of losing money. And if we have no money, right, we cannot lose it. Sometimes for some people, it's easier to live like that. And some of you might say like, but it's illogical. Yeah, maybe, but I really can tell you that I have so many people who live like that, with whom I have worked. And many of them have really managed to transform their fears and become free. And now, for example, a person who had the problem with the relationship, who was never able to find a profound relationship, is now really happy in a relationship and they want to marry. Or another person who never had some money because she was afraid of losing money, right? Now is really super happy and maybe not yet rich, but she has a lot of money, right? So fears can be solved. One thing we need to know about fears is that fears can be on a mental level, on an emotional level, or on both levels. How can it be expressed? So when you have a fear only on the emotional level, you feel the fear in your body. Maybe you have like sweaty hands, you have a pressure on your chest, you have something in your throat, or you feel like, stressed. So you feel the fear in your body, but mentally you think like, everything is okay, so why am I reacting like that? Or you have it only on the mental level. It means that your body is calm, your heart rate is calm, and you are okay. But mentally, you have, that, that roller coaster in your mind, crazy mind. The thoughts are very chaotic in your head, and you constantly think about what you're afraid of. But emotionally, you are calm. That's also a kind of fear. Then the worst thing, in my opinion, is if you have to fear on both parts, emotionally and mentally. When you feel it in your body and mentally, your thoughts are very chaotic and constantly thinking about what you're afraid of. That's, in my opinion, the worst thing. However, it's really possible to solve it. What we need to know is that the fear is a kind of energetic illusion. Of course, the fear is energetically here. We can feel it, we can perceive it, right? But it's an energetic illusion because the thing we are afraid of is not yet there. It hasn't happened. Because if the thing happens that we are afraid of, we will feel not the fear, we will feel rejected, we will feel a pain, we will feel abandoned or whatever, right? So we are afraid of something that hasn't happened yet in our lives. Therefore, the fear is a kind of energetic illusion. But why do we know that the thing which could happen to us is so bad, right? So painful? Usually, there must be energetically something stored from our past. So we know how it could feel, and our body is stressed about that. It could be that we have experienced, let's say that our parents have abandoned us, so we know how it feels. And then now we are afraid of being abandoned in our relationship. But underneath the fear is the pain of being abandoned, right? Of being hurt or being rejected. Or it could be that we have experienced that in one of our past lives, and we are not aware of that, and we have the chance to heal and transform that in this lifetime. However, the experience of being abandoned, for example, is stored in our energetic system. Another possibility could also be that our ancestors, our parents or grandparents or whoever, have experienced something similar, let's say being abandoned or being, let's say, lose all of the money or being blocked, being rejected, whatever. And the energy has been inherited from generation to generation. And now we feel the fear of, let's say, being abandoned or rejected. And we also have stored the emotion and the energy of being abandoned in our body underneath that fear. It means that there's still an experience which needs to be healed and understood. And in that energetic, storage of this experience is a lot of energy which needs to be freed. And a lot of potential which we need to free and to express. So we have more energy and more potential that we can express, right? So just to give you some inputs about how that could work, right? And what I want to tell you with this video is that every fear can be healed, every fear can be transformed. But just you need to do the right steps to really analyze it and understand it, and then finally go deeper and deeper to really solve that experience which is underneath that fear, right? And I'm planning to do more videos about how to solve a fear, how you can free yourself from that. So in this video, the first step is really to ask yourself the question, what am I afraid of? And maybe there are several things. And the second thing is, what are you really afraid of? So when you say that you're afraid of people, you have a social, fear of social interactions. What is it? Is it that you're afraid of talking to people? But what is it, talking to people? Is it because you are afraid of being rejected, or afraid of not being understood, or afraid of being laughed at, for example? What is it exactly? Yeah, really check that. What is it exactly that you're afraid of, right? So this is the first step to really analyze that and understand that. And when you have that, then I can tell you, yeah, some next steps if you want to. And I'm really happy if you comment your questions and inputs, yeah, on underneath this video, so I can really take them into the next videos and answer your questions. And if you want to know more about these topics and how you can transform your own fears and emotions better and become free of it, I can recommend you my first book. It's in German and in English. Don't Let Your Past Destroy Your Future. And in this book, I really write about how you can heal your past, how things are connected, also past lives, ancestor topics. I share some exercises, how you can free yourself from your past. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hopefully see you soon. Thank you.